are doing every single day, and this will help you to manifest, but it's also going to help you to receive the activations that we will be getting for the 1111 portal. Again, the 1111 portal is for manifesting, and it's also for spiritual awakening. It's an opportunity for us to expand our consciousness and really take our spiritual journey to the next level. Okay, so it's gonna be a really powerful day for you, and I'll be sharing more techniques with you in a little bit, but better than just talking, let's actually do the technique. Okay, so we're just gonna take a sip of water. Okay, so what you want to do is we're just all going to close our eyes now, so you don't need to look at the screen. So this is a grounding technique that you are going to start to use today up until the 1111 portal, and up after as well, because remember, we're going to have the Jupiter and Pluto conjunction on November 12th. I'll talk more about that later. And we're also going to be having the Mars stationing direct on November 13th, and we have the super new moon on the 14th. So we're just going to the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, the 14th. I didn't even notice that. Look, it's like 1, 2, 3. It's literally going to be a week full of portals, and we need to be grounded. So just use this starting today and keep using it until after that, after the 1111 portal, so that you can really be able to absorb these activations, and so that you can avoid getting headaches, so that you can avoid getting any uncomfortable ascension symptoms, and most importantly, so you can avoid getting anxious, because when that much energy comes in, it's overwhelming for your body. Like, because look at how tiny our bodies are compared to the sun. Like, that's a lot of energy to handle. So just be gentle with yourself and ground. Okay, so what we're going to do is just close your eyes. You don't have to look at the screen right now. Just close your eyes, place your hands on top of your heart, and we're going to take a deep belly breath in and gently exhale out. Breathing in, hold, and gently exhale out. Take the deepest breath you've taken all week. Hold, and gently exhale. Beautiful. Now I'm going to invite you to visualize that you are standing, sitting, or laying down inside of a beautiful gold pyramid. And as you see this beautiful radiating pyramid around you, you're setting the intention that only the highest vibrations, only the highest energy for your greatest good can come inside of your pyramid. And we're just going to ask that all distortions, any anxiety, any fear, any stress, any energy that we may have picked up, we're just gonna ask that energy to be filtered out to the outside of the pyramid. And this is just a field for you to filter out distortion. Beautiful. Now I'm going to invite you to focus on your feet. And from the bottom of your feet, you see roots growing, and they're going down through the floor, down into the ground, down into the soil, slowly going down and deeper into the earth, until your roots are connected to the core of the earth. And just send Mother Earth some gratitude and love right now. Give her some love for all the delicious food, the water that you enjoyed today. And just give her your gratitude for the lights around your house, for the beautiful crystals that you may have. And just give gratitude right now for this present moment, for this stability, this strength, comfort that you're feeling in your body. Breathing in and exhaling out. Now, focusing on your roots, you're going to breathe in the earth's grounding energy from the core of the earth. So breathe that in, up through your roots, send that energy up your spine, and send it to your crown chakra that is 6 inches above your head. And exhale. We're going to do this 2 more times. Breathe in the earth's grounding energy. Send it up your spine and up into your crown. And as you do this, just set the intention that all of this grounding energy is infusing all of the cells in your body. And your etheric, your astral, and your energy and physical bodies are all being grounded perfectly. Breathe in again from the core of the earth. And this time we're going to breathe in the earth's heartbeat. Breathe it in. Send that energy, the breath, up through your spine and up into your crown. And expand. And now focusing on your heart space. Just send love to someone right now. Send love to a friend, to a family member, to a pet, and just send your love to them. Beautiful. Now breathe in and exhale out through your heart space. And you can open your eyes and take a sip of water. So it's so important for us to be grounded right now. So let me know in the chat, how did that feel? Or let me know in the comments, how did you feel when you did that? How are you feeling now? Do you feel more awake? Do you feel more clarity? How are you feeling? Let me know in the chat. Okay, so someone said I feel aligned, I felt hot and got a bit sweaty. That's because we're moving energy around. So if you felt hot, that means that you were moving energy around. Someone's saying I feel more relaxed and grounded. I feel love, energy. I feel less anxious than I have been all week, lighter. My sister got really hot. I'm feeling grounded and calm. I felt tingly. Tingly is usually when we're getting activation. So that's awesome that you were able to get activation just from that quick exercise. And it's because we did it with so many people. Like we did that with 120 people who are watching this live, and whoever's going to watch this in the future is also going to receive this energy right now. So do you see how long that took us? That took us, if you got a headache, it's because you are dehydrated. So definitely drink lots and lots and lots of water, okay? Someone saying my anxiety is so much better. This election really has me getting anxious. So that's why for the last 5 months, I've been saying we need to prepare ourselves for the fall, okay? The fall meaning the autumn, okay? And so that's why you're here. We are here to ground the collective. We are here to bring more peace. We are here to bring more alignment, more clarity to the collective. Okay, and that's why this work is going to be really more demanding and a little bit more challenging over these next few weeks because there's going to be much more happening. The elections is just one part of it. This is going to continue for a few more weeks. It's going to continue up until 2021. And that's why you have to do this quick short exercise, because look, it took you 3 minutes and look how amazing you feel. That's all you need to do, okay? You just need to really ground into your body, and you need to ask yourself, is this anxiety that I'm feeling? Is this angst? Is this anger that I'm feeling? Is it mine? So do this exercise and then ask yourself that after you do the exercise, and you'll be able to see whether you're picking up other people's energies or not. Okay, one of the great things that I definitely recommend that has helped me and so many of my students is, if you're feeling anxious, send that energy into the core of the earth and ask Mother Earth to transmute that energy. Okay, Mother Earth is so powerful, she's so incredibly wise, and she will transmute that anxiety into a neutral or a higher vibration. Okay, so definitely try doing that. Okay, it's very, very important that you're constantly doing this every day. I do this practice every single morning and every single night. Okay, that's why most of the time I'm pretty chilled out. Like, if you knew me like 5 years ago, I was a completely different person. I was dealing with anxiety, panic attacks, depression, etc. Okay, but again, it just takes these short little practices to really help you take your life to the next level. And especially with this 1111 portal, we're going to be taking our spiritual journey to the next level. Okay, so let's talk about 1111. Why is this manifesting portal so important? If you're seeing 1111, 222, 707, 1212, 1022, if you see any particular repeating number, this is an amazing sign that shows that you're aligned. Okay, and I have a whole video about what do you do when you see an angel number, so those repeating numbers. I'll add it to the description of this video so you guys can check that out. So with 1111, okay, the number 11 is, in numerology, is a master number. It's the first master number, and it's connected to spiritual awakening. It's connected to enlightenment. It's connected to expanding our consciousness. That's why on November 11th, that with the 1111 portal, we're going to be receiving an amazing opportunity for us to awaken more of our consciousness. I've been feeling my third eye pulsating nonstop for the past like 2 to 3 days, and you're going to start to feel pulsations in your forehead, here in your third eye area, as we get closer to this portal. Okay, and so it's very important that you drink a lot of water leading up to the portal and after the portal, okay, because we're going to be receiving activations. It's going to be a really beautiful time for you to connect with your spirit guides, with your animal guides, for you to connect with your higher self, for you to connect with beings from other dimensions like star seeds, or maybe loved ones or ancestors. This is a great time for you to connect with them and to get guidance on your spiritual journey. I mean, for God's sakes, we're going through the Great Awakening. We're going through we're entering another golden age, and it's so important for us to continue fueling our spiritual growth, because the spiritual growth is growing exponentially right now, and this is going to plateau around 2025. So we have like 5 more years or 4 more years now, because there's only like 56 days left in 2020. So we're going to have 4 more years where we can grow a lot spiritually, and then it's gonna plateau. That's because there's gonna be many more portals coming up over these next few years to take us into the golden age, to take us into the age of Aquarius, the new earth, all of these terms that we've been using, the 5th dimension. Okay, and so that's one of the reasons why we are grounding, because we need to ground in order to integrate all of that's coming in. Okay, so use November 11th to really meditate, to reflect. Whatever your spiritual practice is, it's a wonderful day for you to do your spiritual practice. I personally am going to be creating art, so I like to draw or paint sacred geometry, so I'm going to be spending the day painting sacred geometry. We're also hosting a manifesting ceremony on 11/11, so if you want to join that, you can. Honey's going to put the link in the chat. So again, it's a very important day for you to connect with yourself. Okay, so the first part of the portal is really connecting with your spiritual side, your spiritual nature, and growing more of that, and really taking it to the next level. And then because the number 11 is doubled, where we have 1111, it's also a really wonderful time for us to manifest. It's going to be such a powerful day. I mean, the manifesting energy is already here today. Like, as we're recording this on Thursday, November 5th, or whatever the date is today, I'm losing track of time because there's so many portals, and really, like, the energy is just so on another level that time is I'm no longer being affected by time. I know that sounds really strange to say, but you will feel it once you experience it. But basically, you want to manifest on 11/11. So what are some manifesting tips to make sure that you can really manifest and you actually materialize your manifestations? Okay, so one of the tips is really about grounding. Okay, grounding, again, bringing our manifestations up from the etheric plane and anchoring them down into our dimension here. Okay, and so with that, you can also work with crystals. Okay, with crystals, what crystals I recommend that you work with? I recommend that you work with black tourmaline, any red crystals to help you to ground, and then just couple that with pyrite. Pyrite is a wonderful crystal for abundance, for manifesting, for protection, for focus, for grounding. Citrine is also going to be a great stone to work with. Again, it's really helpful for manifesting and for abundance. And the reason why I'm mentioning abundance is because on November 12th, the day after 11/11, we have the Jupiter and Pluto conjunction. So this is a very rare event. It only happens every 12 to 13 years. And the first, we had this astrological event happen 3 times in 2020. 3 is a very powerful number in alchemy, so I love that. So the first time that this happened was on April 4th. Do you guys remember what that was? That was a 4/4 portal. So look at how incredible, like, the universe is. It's literally creating these portals for us to manifest. Again, when we're like embracing the 5th dimension, we are going to be able to manifest like this. I made a video back in January of 2020 where I said that I manifested within seconds, and I've never been able to do that. That's because now, because we're moving and transitioning into the 5th dimension, and some of us, all of you guys here watching this, you guys are already on the 4th dimension, right? Your consciousness is there. It's not like a place where you're going, it's a state of consciousness. And so you're already manifesting so instantly. Okay, so that's why it's important to pay very close attention to what you're thinking, what you're feeling, starting today. Okay, so just be more mindful about what you're thinking and what you're feeling, because you're constantly manifesting. Okay, so with the Pluto and Jupiter conjunction, again, we're going to have that on November 12th, right after the 11/11 portal. And Jupiter is the planet of expansion. It's the planet of abundance, and it's happening right by the 11/11 portal. So again, it's a great time to manifest abundance. And think about what abundance means to you. Most people think about, the first thing that comes to their mind is money, but abundance is not just money. That's just such a limited aspect of it. Abundance of health, abundance of love, abundance of joy, abundance of time. You know, why don't you manifest more time for yourself? Manifest more love into your life, more friendships into your life, more adventure into your life. So it's really about taking the concept of abundance and expanding it, because that's what Jupiter does. Jupiter is all about expansion. Now, when we talk about Pluto, with this Pluto-Jupiter conjunction, again, this only happens every 12 to 13 years. Pluto deals with power. It deals with death and rebirth, and it's not an accident that the election ballots are going to be counted. I think they said on the 11th, the 12th is the last day that you can correct your ballots in certain states. So it's literally the day of this death and rebirth and destruction and transformational planet coming together with the planet of expansion. So we're really going to see an expansion and a destruction of old paradigms. Okay, and that's what, like, this whole 2020 has been about. It's about destroying our old paradigms, destroying old old systems and bringing in new systems of the fifth dimension. Again, more equality, more abundance, more peace, more harmony for everybody on this planet. Okay, so that's one thing. Use those crystals, okay? And then what I would also recommend that you do, this is another manifesting tip, manifest with somebody. Grab a friend, grab a loved one in your house, or maybe Skype with someone or FaceTime with someone and manifest together. When I say manifest together, I don't mean like you guys have to both manifest a car, manifest a relationship together. I just mean that you both have to be consciously connecting your consciousness, and you guys can manifest different things, that's fine, but as long as you're doing it together, it's going to be more powerful. When you manifest in a group, it makes your manifestations 3 times more powerful, and that's why we host group ceremonies, because we leverage the energy of the group, because when there's more people, there's more energy. So that means that you're not just manifesting using your own energy. So if you guys are interested, we're hosting a manifesting ceremony and meditation on Wednesday, November 11th, and Honey's gonna add the link to that. We're going to be doing a water ritual and an alchemy ritual so that you can optimize your manifestations, okay? So if you're interested in that, Honey will put the link or we'll add it in the description of this video as well, okay? What else can you do to manifest? When manifesting, okay? When manifesting, you really have to focus on this scale here, okay? With this scale, it's very important that you focus on being here, being expanded, okay? So this is a scale of consciousness developed by Dr. David Hawkins, and so here you see joy, right? Joy is 540, joy and love is 500. Here's where it's expanded, and here's where the scale is contracted. So what you want to do is you want to manifest from an expanded space, so you're able to receive more of your manifestations. Because let's say you're stuck here in desire, okay? Let's say you're manifesting from a space of desire. Look at how small your aura is going to be. You're not going to be able to receive as much as you can if you were manifesting from a space of love and gratitude. So what I recommend that you start doing today is start writing a daily gratitude list. When you write down, it actually is going to affect your brain, and your brain is going to start to become more conscious of like everything that you have in your life, like the fact that you have running water, the fact that you have a cell phone, the fact that you have a smartphone, all of this stuff. So write down your gratitude list, and from this space, right, you're going to expand your aura. And from this space, you're going to be opening up yourself to receive even more. Okay, so starting today, I definitely recommend that you start writing a gratitude list for sure. Okay, after you're done writing your gratitude list, I'm going to encourage you to write down everything that you manifested in the past 12 months. So think back to November of 2019. What have you manifested since November 2019? Like, have you manifested more health? Have you manifested a new job? Have you manifested a promotion? What have you manifested? Because that's going from that space where you're like, oh my gosh, look at what I manifested in like just 12 months. You are going to amaze yourself, okay? Like, I need to do this because like we've been manifesting so much. So we moved across the world. We moved from Singapore to the US. We moved from Washington DC to Los Angeles. We manifested an apartment 15 minutes away from the beach that's 3 times cheaper than the normal rent where we live. I manifested Avatar, our puppy, on the 7/7 portal actually, and on the 7/7 portal, Honey got her employment card and she got a job, and I manifested a full class, okay? So again, like, write down everything that you've manifested. I'm sharing my manifestations with you to show you what is possible. Like, I was manifesting 5 years from now that I would take people to sacred sites, and I would take groups to sacred sites. And I did that in 2020 despite COVID, like despite all the trouble and all the issues. Like, I was able to manifest this Why? Because when you are manifesting from a space of gratitude, you're able to receive so much more. Okay, so someone just said, I manifested in my house. Write that down, write down everything that you manifested, from little things to big things, because that's going to empower you. It's going to help you to open up and activate your solar plexus. Your solar plexus is your divine masculine energy, because that's related to you taking action. That's relating to your confidence, to you being in a space where you're comfortable taking action. And so you need to use your divine feminine and your divine masculine to manifest. Okay, so let's talk about that. A lot of people use the law of attraction. The law of attraction does not work for most people because it's only half of the equation. Imagine like you're trying to bake a cake, and you try to bake a cake with only flour and you don't use any egg. Like, are you going to be able to bake the cake? No, you're not. You need the full equation. You need the full ingredients, the whole recipe. So the real manifesting equation is the law of attraction plus the law of inspired action. Okay, these are universal laws. The law of attraction is connected to your magnetic energy, which is divine feminine energy. When I talk about divine feminine and masculine energy, I'm not talking about sex or gender. Divine feminine is connected to magnetic energy. So that's why the law of attraction, you attract the right people, the right relationships, you attract the money, the opportunities to you. Okay, so that's half of the equation. The other half of that's the yin, and then the yang is the divine masculine, which is the electric energy. Electric energy means you taking action, and this is where you have to really merge and marry the two. And that's why I love this shape, the Sri Yantra. I mean, you can also use this shape to manifest. I'll talk about that in a little bit, where you can use sacred geometry like this or the flower of life to manifest. And this shape represents the divine feminine and divine masculine coming together in perfect harmony. If you see this shape right here, there are 9 triangles. 4 triangles represent the masculine. So 4 triangles are pointing up to the heaven, to the divine father, to the sun, to the masculine. And 5 triangles are pointing down to Mother Earth, to divine feminine, and our etheric, in our material plane. So when we marry the two energies, the center point here is where they meet perfectly in harmony, and that's what our role is here to do. Our role is here to meet our divine feminine and divine masculine in perfect harmony. From this space of perfect harmony, we are aligned, and we're able to receive all our manifestations in the most easy and joyful way possible. Okay, let me know if you guys have any questions about that, but this is so important. What do I mean by balancing divine feminine and divine masculine? Your divine feminine is your intuition. It's like this inner knowings, your inner knowing, your guidance. Okay, so what do you do? So how can you balance it? Just allow yourself to receive the downloads. Allow yourself to receive the information that you're getting from your higher self, and then that's balancing it. So trusting your intuition, that's balancing the divine feminine. And then balancing the divine masculine is when you allow the divine feminine to get the information, and then you don't try to control the situation. No, once you have the downloads, then you merge the two and you act with your divine masculine, because you know exactly what you need to do, because you got those answers from your divine feminine. Okay, so that's where you merge the two with divine knowingness and just allowing yourself to receive the information and surrendering to that. Okay, surrendering is another key part of manifesting that most people don't talk about, and it's because it's the most difficult, because we as humans, we love to control. I was like, I want my manifestation in a month from now. I want to manifest a Lamborghini. I'm going to manifest the perfect partner, etc. We love to control. It's not your fault, okay? Our brains are wired this way because for thousands of years since we've been on this planet, we need to control situations to make sure that we were safe, right? So, but now now we need to release that control, because if you're trying to control your manifestations, if you're trying to control scenarios, that is a sign that your divine masculine is not balanced. Okay, so that is a sign that your divine masculine needs to be come back into alignment. Okay, so that's very, very, very important. Okay, so and again, like, we are going through this transition at the planetary level, like, where we're shifting from the divine masculine, which has ruled our world for so long, and has been really like just logic focused and trying to control everything, and we're now shifting towards this divine feminine age, where we're bringing again this balance back. And how can you help to with the earth's ascension, with the collective ascension, is by you merging your divine masculine and feminine together yourself. Okay, so that is when you can recognize that your divine masculine is out of balance. Okay, how can you recognize if your divine feminine is out of balance? Well, maybe if you're trying to, like, maybe if you're hopeless, if you're like, if you keep manifesting and you're like, I've been manifesting for like 3 years now and it has not worked, I feel so hopeless, like I'm not empowered, I'm not a divine creator. So that's a sign that your divine feminine is not balanced. Also, if you're feeling like desperate, that sense of desire, right? So where's desire on this chart here? Desire is at 125 hertz. Okay, when we're in a space of desire, like I am desiring my manifestations to manifest. Look at how tiny your aura becomes. This cone represents your aura. So when you're in a space of desire, and your aura is small, but when you're just like, okay, I surrender to whatever it's gonna be, you go into a space of acceptance and eventually peace. Some people either go to peace or acceptance, and those, look at how big those are. Okay, so just remember to release. And so those are 2 signs that your divine masculine and your divine feminine need to be balanced. Okay, so that's one key thing here. Okay, so what is another manifesting tip? Yeah, someone said, I love that science proves this. Yes, and science has proved this for so long. If we look at ancient wisdom, ancient wisdom, like everything that the Hindu texts, all the Buddhist texts, all the texts from ancient Egypt, all of that was science, like backed by science of their time. But now we're slowly like awakening to the fact that, this is actually true in our modern day life. Okay, so like this wisdom is ageless. Okay, so what is another tip for manifesting? So when you're manifesting, a really powerful technique to manifest is Tantric alchemy practices. Okay, so it means like sexual alchemy practices, and so it's where you use your orgasm to manifest. Okay, so I share the technique for how to do this in a safe way, and the best way to do, you don't need a partner for this. Like, it actually works better when you do it with yourself first, because that's how powerful this energy is. Because sexual alchemy, this tantric alchemy, is actually kundalini energy, and the kundalini energy is sitting at the bottom of your spine. That's where your sexual organs are. And so when you manifest with this kundalini energy, like, it's so powerful. Okay, and it's really, really powerful. So I'll be teaching that in my alchemy healing class. If you're interested, Honey's gonna put the link in the chat, and we'll add it to the description of this video. Our alchemy and you're not just gonna learn like alchemy tantric practices. You're also going to learn how to heal yourself, how to heal others using alchemy. Alchemy is this ancient technique from not even ancient Egypt. It goes back to Atlantis, like the lost city of Atlantis. And you're going to learn how to heal yourself, how to heal others using alchemy, and you're going to learn how to unlock 100% of your brain using alchemy. So these are techniques that I've learned from traveling to over 30 countries for the past 10 years. I've studied with the best masters from across the world. This is not something I learned from Google. It's something I learned directly by going to source. Like, I went to the pyramids, I went to the jungles, I went to the mountains to learn this stuff, and I'm excited to share this with you because we need more healers now. Okay, it's very important that we heal ourselves and we help to create spaces to help others heal themselves. Okay, that's what a healer is. We create spaces. Okay, so the class is on December 2nd and 3rd, and we have early bird pricing right now. It's only $55 and it's a 4-hour class. In the class, you're going to learn how to expand your aura. You're going to learn how to make your aura bigger, okay? And I don't just talk. We're actually going to do the techniques in the class itself. And so if you guys are, if it resonates with you, if you've always been curious about alchemy or healing, definitely check it out. We'll add it in the link of this description. And we have early bird pricing available until November 10th. So check that out, okay? What else? Okay, one of the things I also recommend that you do on 11/11, on the day itself, I recommend that you actually write down your manifestations. Hey Victoria, so write down your manifestations, because when you write down, you're actually manifesting in the material plane. Okay, if you're manifesting just from your third eye, if you're manifesting just from your mind, it's not going to help to bring those into the physical plane. That's why you want to write down your manifestations. And at our ceremony on 11/11, I'll share with you a technique for how you can write it down. Okay, but definitely write it down. You don't have to apologize, Victoria. Thanks for joining. Okay, so someone asked, where can I sign up? You can click the link in our bio to sign up for that. Also, our full moon ceremony sold out last time, so I would recommend you get your ticket sooner rather than later to make sure that you can attend live. The ceremony on 11/11 is going to be at 12 p.m. Los Angeles time. That is 8 p.m. London time, and I think it's going to be 7 a.m. Sydney. So we changed it because November 11th is actually a holiday in the US. It's Veterans Day. So again, now we can change the time, so make it more flexible so more people can join. Okay, so what else can you do on 11/11? Definitely do any type of spiritual practice that resonates with you. There are so many different spiritual practices that you can do. So do what resonates with you, whether that's journaling, meditation, spending time in nature, sending love to nature, connecting with your spirit guides, connecting with your angels, connecting with your higher self, channeling, journeying, shamanism. Like, do anything of that on the 11/11, because it's going to be such a spiritually heightened day that you want to really work with this energy, not just for manifesting, but also for awakening more of your consciousness and more of your divinity. Okay, and I bet you guys are going to have more vivid dreams. Your third eye is going to be pulsating a lot, but please remember to drink lots of water starting today. Like, just start drinking water. Otherwise, you're going to get headaches. You're going to feel anxious if you don't get grounded as well. Okay, so that's what I recommend. Oh, and then I just remembered I was going to give you guys a tip of how to work with this shape right here. So this is the Sri Yantra. You can Google it. I'll also I'll put it in the description of this video. I'll add it to Instagram as well. I created a blog post explaining how to manifest with the Sri Yantra, so I'll add it there because I already explained it in a previous video and I wrote a whole article on it. So you guys can go check that out. Okay, what else do we have to talk about? Oh, okay, let's talk about Mars retrograde. So Mars retrograde ends on November 13th. Again, 13 is the number of the divine feminine, so I love that. And so Mars retrograde ends on the 13th. On the 12th, we have the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction, and on the 11th is the 11/11 portal. So do you guys see how this energy is building up? It's literally like a staircase, because Mars retrograde, when a planet is going retrograde, it means that there's like friction, right? Because there's tension, because it's not going its normal route. So that means that once Mars goes retrograde, and Mercury just went direct. So Mercury ended its retrograde on the 3rd. And then Mars is going to end its retrograde on the 13th. So when these planets end their retrograde period, it's a great time to move forward, right? Because that's what the planets are are doing. Well, that's what they look like they're doing from Earth, because during retrograde the planets look like they're going backwards from Earth. They're not really going backwards, but that's how they look from our perspective here. So they'll start moving forward. So I just think that's so beautiful that we have on 11/11, then the 12th, the Pluto Jupiter conjunction, then Mars goes direct, and then on November 14th we have the super new moon. It's the last super new moon of 2020, and we're going to start to feel that energy on November 11th. Why? Because you've always heard me say new moon and full moon energies linger 3 days before and 3 days after. So we're going to start to feel that new moon energy on November 11th. So that's why it's such a powerful day to manifest. So definitely like take that time for yourself. Like on November 11th, just like book the whole day to yourself. I'm going to be hosting a ceremony. Then after that, I'm going to be making some art. And then probably I'll be spending some time at the beach after that to ground. So just do something. Maybe you want to fast. Maybe you want to consider fasting if that resonates with you, if that feels right with your body. Okay, just make sure you use this powerful day, because like this is just such a beautiful alignment of the planets, of the stars, of the energy for us. All of this is happening for us to expand into our power, into our divinity, into our abundance. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna answer some of your questions. So if you guys have any questions, you guys can post them on the live chat. I'll answer your questions. And then I was gonna talk about sort of like what's happening behind the scenes. Like, you know, we have this election drama going on, and I was gonna talk about what's happening behind the scenes, but I am only gonna talk about it if you guys actually want me to talk about that. So let me know in the chat if you have any questions, or like if you're interested in hearing that. And yes, I definitely agree with Bernadette. Hey Bernadette, to eat clean. I would recommend that on November 11th, don't eat any like processed foods, caffeine, or sugar, because your third eye is going to be very activated on November 11th. So sugar is not good, dairy is not good. I would, if you can, try to avoid meat on the 11th, so that you can really integrate all these high energies coming into your body. As I said that, my third eye started pulsating. Okay, so let me just see if you guys have any questions. Yeah, can you guys write your questions, because they all went up to like the top. Someone said, how can I manifest getting rid of bulimia? It makes me eat dirty, so it's harder to manifest. So if you're struggling with bulimia, I would definitely recommend that you focus on your root chakra. So focus on your root chakra and your sacral chakra, okay? So with bulimia, it's very like you just don't feel comfortable in your body, right? So you want to definitely nourish your root chakra and nourish your body in a way that's loving. So I would definitely recommend that you like connect with your inner child as well. Do the Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono is an ancient Hawaiian native prayer where you just basically close your eyes, look at your inner child, and just say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And this is a very powerful prayer. And once you say that to your inner child, like you're asking your inner child for forgiveness for having for forcing it to have this bulimia, because the bulimia is the physical manifestation of feeling like, and I would say it's usually shame and guilt. Okay, so 90% of physical diseases are caused by emotions. Okay. So I would definitely recommend to focus on grounding, focus on that Ho'oponopono, and just be gentle with yourself. Be super compassionate with yourself and show your body some love. And your body has the power to heal itself, okay? You don't need to take, I was almost gonna say you don't need to take any medication, but I am not a doctor, so I am not saying that. But your body has a power to heal itself, okay? Your body has all the natural medicine it needs, so just really connect with your body, give gratitude to your body, and your body will slowly start to love itself, because it's receiving the love from you. And then you're just going to see that bulimia like slowly come back into balance and heal itself. Also, if you need support, I do healing sessions if you're interested. Okay. Fear and doubt affects what chakra, and how do you fix it? So fear and doubt affects your root chakra and your sacral chakra. So same thing I said to her, to use those techniques. Let me see. Yes, I'll be saving this so you guys can watch it over as well. Like, I'd recommend that you watch this video again, because I shared so much information with you. Like, I literally shared a lot of techniques with you. So just listen to it again. And when you listen to it again, like, maybe listen to it in 3 days, because the information is going to be absorbed in a different way. Okay? Yes, I'm excited. Lanai, I'm excited for you to join our ceremony. That's awesome. Where would you recommend starting Alchemy? I don't understand that question. Why does the number 144 keep stalking me? I love that. That's so funny. It's stalking you. Well, look up what the number 144 means, like, because each angel number means something specifically, and so it's trying to communicate something to you. There's a message there for you. Yes, what is going on behind the scenes with our benevolent light? Okay, so what is going on behind the scenes with our light? Okay, so what's going on behind the scenes? So right now there's this big like drama at play, right? Because the ego is addicted to drama. The ego is addicted to suffering. Okay, so right now what we're seeing is, with all the elections, with Brexit, with all the protests, we're seeing like these two sides fighting, right? It's either the red team or the blue team. And it's like, what to me has what I don't watch news. I don't watch the news at all. But what made me aware of this was like going on TikTok, and there's like literally everything on TikTok has been like Trump, like the blue team versus the red team screaming at each other, like with so much anger and hatred. And again, it's just, we're being pulled apart, and we are being intentionally divided. We're being intentionally divided between the blue team and the red team, okay? And so the reason why this is happening is because it's an easy way for us to get controlled. It's so easy when we're fighting each other, right? But when we're actually in a space where we're united, where we really want change, we really want more people to have a higher standard of living. We want people to get jobs, those who have lost their jobs because of COVID. We want wars to stop. We want the military and police forces to be defunded, and that resources be sent to schools, and et cetera, all of these things, right? What we want is, we want more abundance. We want more safety for everybody, okay? But when we're divided, when we're fighting, and this is intentional division that they're doing with the programming from the media, this is pulling us apart, and everything's gonna stay the same. It doesn't matter which blue team or red team wins, because what's happening behind the scenes is that it's like with the Wizard of Oz. Remember, the Wizard of Oz is like sort of holding the puppets behind the curtain, and that's exactly what's happening. What's happening behind the scenes is that we are being intentionally divided, because when we unite, we're powerful and we will demand change. So how can we step out of this play between these two teams that are seemingly different? Okay, is we really need to step away, and this is where I'm saying this is the difficult part. Okay, and I'm sharing this with you because I know you're ready to do this. Why? Because your soul signed up for 2020. Your soul signed up for the ascension. Your soul signed up for this great awakening. It's easy to make fun of the orange guy. It's easy to make fun of the old guy. It's easy to make fun of the political candidates. What's really difficult is for you to step away from the game, from the illusion that's happening, and to move into a space of neutrality, okay? And again, when we're in neutrality, Neutrality is 250 degrees. Look at how powerful we are if we're in neutrality. If we are in anger, if we are afraid, okay, we are down here. We're not going to be able to be as powerful as we are, okay? So we need to pull away, and we need to send love, especially to the people who are promoting hatred and violence right now. We need to send them love, because that is what they need, okay? The people who say hateful things, the people who are violent, is because that's how they feel about themselves. But the only thing that's going to change anything is love. When one person resonates, we just need one person who resonates at 500 hertz, love, that can affect 750,000 people who are resonating in apathy, in fear, in anger. So one of you who is just resonating in pure love right here, you will be able to affect 750,000 people who are resonating here. And this is what I'm saying is difficult to do. It's difficult not to get involved in the drama. It's so difficult. Because why? Because they have made it addicting. We are addicted to checking the results. We're so addicted to it. We're addicted to negativity. Why? Because we have been programmed this way. There's the CIA had so many mind control programs. The CIA created LSD. Okay, there's so many documentaries showing this, and that is why we have to step away from the game that is being played, and we play our own game. And our own game is tuning into this divine sovereignty, where we are empowered to think what we choose to think, to feel the way we want to think. Okay, and so from this space where you are empowered, where you are a sovereign creator, right? You're creating your experience. This is where you take your power back. You don't give your power to any political party or candidate, okay? You take that power back. And this is very difficult to do. And I'm so grateful for all of you for sticking around, for doing this work. This is not the fun part. This is not the manifesting part. This is not the fun part where we're like connecting with our spirit guides and aliens. And the aliens are here. There are so many UFO sightings right now because they know, the earth is a mess right now. The earth is a mess. And that's why we're here as light warriors, as the leaders of the light. We're here to shine our light on the darkness, all the corruption. We're here to shine light into that. And the only way that we're going to be able to do that is not from a space of hatred. It's from a space of love. It's from a space of acceptance, accepting that so many people come from different backgrounds, and maybe they didn't have the education, or they weren't exposed to diversity, and maybe they just read the Bible and really thought that God was this punishing man, and that's why they need to punish other people. Okay, so we need to again, shine love into those people, because they are the ones who need it the most. Because this ascension is not the easiest process, okay? Because we have to do it at the collective level. We need to do it together. I can't just ascend by myself. We have to do it together. It's the only way we're going to end the karmic cycles, so that we don't have to do this again in future lifetimes. Because guess what? We've been playing this lifetime with the cabal, with the Illuminati, with the Greys, with the Draconians, the deep state, whatever you want to call, these people. We've been playing this game for hundreds and thousands of years. Okay, and now it's time to end that. It's time to end it, and we're ending it because this 26,000-year-old cycle is coming to an end. And these beings who have, yes, some of them are extraterrestrial, some are reptilian, they have technology that they're able to see into the future. And they see that the light warriors, the light workers win. Ascension happens, okay? But it's in their nature to fight. And the way that we're going to fight is with love. Okay, it's not even fighting that we're doing, is we're literally shining our light. And the way that you will be able to help with this transition, the way that we're going to make sure that all the children who are being trafficked, all the humans that are being trafficked, there are so many Native women, there are so many indigenous women who are disappearing. There are so many children who are disappearing. Why? Because they're being sold into slavery. They're being sold and sexually exploited for the elite. And it's it's scary to think about these things, but it's important to consider that. Well, I wonder if this might be true. I'm not telling you that it's true. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I wonder if this is true. And it's time to end these karmic cycles. It's time to start asking questions, and it's time to use your own discernment. You are powerful. I'm not here to tell you what to think. You are here to connect with your heart, to connect with your critical thinking abilities, to connect with your divine masculine, which is your logical brain, and your divine feminine, your right brain, your intuitive brain. It's time for you to connect with yourself at the deepest level, to ask yourself, what is the truth? And what do I stand for? And what am I going to do to bring myself up into empowerment? What am I going to do to bring myself up into abundance, up into joy? How am I going to help the collective to also do this, right? Because we're ending this 26,000-year-old cycle, we are moving away from servicing ourselves. It's not going to just be about me. It's going to be about me, of course, and service to others, service to the collective. So again, it's marrying these two in perfect harmony. Okay, and I definitely recommend you check out. It's called Real Stories, Real Women. I'll add it in the description of this video, but it talks about women's stories who have been trafficked, who have been part of satanic rituals. Okay, so it's just something to consider, because the scope of the conversation is that's happening between the blue team and the red team is here. Okay, and we need to sort of stop and move away, and we need to just expand our consciousness. And the way that we're going to be able to do that is by really pulling away from the programming and asking myself, was I taught to believe this? Or is this something that that's really happening? Okay, so the number one thing is to always remember to guard your mind. We are constantly being programmed by songs, by music videos, by social media, by the television, by Netflix. Everything is programming us. So just remember, absorb things that make you empowered. And when you're saying things to other people, ask yourself before you say it, is this kind? Is it necessary? And then ask yourself, is it helpful? So ask yourself those 3 questions, because people are going to be triggering us so much, right? Especially because of this Mars retrograde. Mars is a planet of aggression, of passion, of desire, of war. And so we're going to be getting triggered, and people are going to be triggering us. And it's our choice whether we get involved in that or if we don't. Okay, so just remember that, to always stay in your power. Really embrace that inner knowingness, and don't give your power away to others. Like, always keep that power inside of yourself, because whenever you allow someone to make you feel a certain way, you are giving away your power. Okay, so just remember, the goal is for you to remember your power and awaken more of that. Okay, so you can share more of your power with us, right? This is a collective ascension. That is the key part of this. Okay, so I hope you guys have an incredible 11/11 portal. So you have to not have rage. Yeah, it's difficult not to have rage. Like, I literally, like, when I was watching those videos that I was just telling you guys about, like, I was super angry, because, you know, actually, I didn't even talk about this, but my goal was to tell you guys about my experience with the full moon portal that we just had, right, for Samhain and Halloween. Like, I saw that my ancestors were like I saw that my ancestors, so I come from an indigenous background, and I was told in a dream, like, I need to start sharing more about my indigenous background. And so my indigenous ancestors, during the colonialism, they were actually violently suppressed, and that's why they were afraid of their power, because my ancestors were shamans, and when the church came, they were like, no, you can't practice that, and we were persecuted. And so that's, again, inner healing that I have to do. And when we do have this rage, when we do have this hatred, etc., it took me so long to heal colonialism. Like, those wounds were really deep. It took me a lot of years. But when you're feeling triggered, when you're feeling angry, when you're feeling pissed off, when you're feeling just any of these triggering things, just know that there's something there for you to look into that you need to heal. Okay, and then again, this is the most difficult part about this spiritual journey, like the looking into your triggers and into your emotions, but it is the most powerful thing that you can do. Once you heal yourself, oh my gosh, you get back so much of your power. And it's like, imagine if this was a video game, because I mean, that's what life really is, right? Like, we're just here in this holographic illusion, the Matrix. So imagine this as a video game, and every time that you heal your triggers, you are leveling up. Okay, it's like your character levels up. So just think about it that way. Okay, so I give gratitude to your triggers. Like, that's also going to be really helpful to ease into it for sure. And emotions, always pay attention to your emotions. I'm not here to say that anger is bad, because anger is necessary. Anger is not always violent. Anger does not equal violence. Anger can equal creativity. Anger can equal peaceful action. Okay, so just remember that. Honor any emotion that comes up. Don't push it down, because it will cause physical diseases, and it's just going to spiral into a bigger snowball. Okay, so on that note, just remember you're really powerful, and remember to work with this powerful manifesting portal. I hope to see you guys at our manifesting ceremony this coming Wednesday. You guys can, if you want to join, you can check out the link in the video description. We're also having an alchemy class coming out. Also, I forgot. So we're doing a giveaway. So if you subscribe to our channel, just comment on a video, you're going to be entered to win a pyramid. So this is a amethyst orgonite pyramid that we used in Mount Shasta for our starseed ceremonies. So this is activated with the energy of Mount Shasta, the portal there, and with the starseed energy. So all you have to do is you have to subscribe to our channel and comment on a video, and we're gonna announce the lucky winner on those December 1st. Okay, so fingers crossed, manifest. Right? So let me see if you guys have any questions. I love you too, Alexis, and I'm so grateful for you guys. Like, oh my God, Bernadette, I know it's painful at first. Bernadette, I know it's painful at first. Nikki said, a butterfly has visited me every day for the past 3 months. They fly around me and leave. Any thoughts on that? So that's a great question, because butterflies, that is a symbol of transformation. That's exactly what we're all experiencing right now. 2020 is a year of transformation. And what is happening right now is, like, we're in the darkness, we're in the cocoon, right? The caterpillar goes into its cocoon, and we're in the dark period right now. And this is where we do our inner work, right? The things that I'm saying, like, look into your shadow. And then once you do your shadow work, once you do your inner work, then you transform into a beautiful butterfly. But guess what? You're already a beautiful butterfly, and all you have to do is remember that. And so I think that's a beautiful reminder from that incredible animal. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me see. Okay, I'm just reading your comments in the chat. Okay, I don't see any questions. I love your comments though. Okay, I don't see any questions, so unless I see any questions, I'll just end it there. Aw. If you feel like crying, then definitely cry. If you feel like crying, definitely cry. Crying is a form of releasing. Also know, Shakira, I love your name, by the way. If you're feeling like this sense of anxiousness, just ask yourself if it's not yours, and then just allow yourself to release it. But definitely, definitely drink a lot of water, all of us, but especially if you cry, you need to drink extra water, because that's a type of release. It's a type of healing. Crying is so powerful. I love how we have 88 people on this live right now, because 8 is a number of abundance, so definitely some abundance coming up for this 1111 portal. Yes, you can meet your loved ones during this time. With this portal. So where to begin with alchemy? Like, take our alchemy class. This is the class for beginners. So if you want to learn alchemy, you have to learn the foundational step. That's the most important. That's what you'll be learning at our class on December 2nd. So we have early bird pricing, so you guys can sign up for that now if it resonates with you. Oh, that's so beautiful. Thanks for signing up. I'm excited to connect with you, Sharon. What age do you recommend to kids start doing this? I mean, kids are already doing this. Kids are so psychic. Kids are more aligned than adults are, because they are not programmed as much as adults. So if you can get your kids if you can support them to start meditating, or just like focusing on their breath, not even meditating, but just get them to become aware of their breath, of their emotions. Definitely encourage your kids to express their emotions. Tell them that it's normal, it's healthy for them to express their emotions, and reward them when they're doing it. Create a safe space for them to do that. Definitely. Oh, happy birthday. So, oh yeah, a lot of people are having birthdays in November. So if you're having a birthday in November, happy birthday. I hope you have an incredible birthday. So someone said something about a check. So one of the things that we did and again, this is why it's important when you're manifesting, don't manifest from a space of like attachment and desire, because the manifesting approach that we take during our ceremonies is like we're manifesting abundance. And then I told them, just manifest in the most unexpected ways. And I've had so many people, I mean, you guys can check out the screenshots. I have screenshots of the people who show me unexpected checks that they received. And guess what I received 2 days ago? So 2 days ago, I received this unexpected check in the mail. And it was literally it was the randomest thing. I don't even get checks. I never get checks, but I got this random check in the mail. So just focus on attracting everything, because don't allow your mind to limit you. That's very, very important. Okay. So I hope to see you guys. Yeah, I hope to see you guys at our ceremony. It's gonna be very powerful. Again, we're going to be doing an alchemy ritual, and then we're going to be doing a water ritual as well. And I'm going to I will give you more rituals for you to do after our ceremony, so that you can continue manifesting on your own. Okay, so you're gonna receive pre and post ceremony instructions, so that you get the most manifestations possible. How do you move out of desire and into joy and love? Just through gratitude. That's the best way. Gratitude for everything that you have. How to heal a person. I take our alchemy class. In our alchemy class, you'll learn how to heal yourself and others, and you'll actually learn the techniques and do it during the class itself. So the class is on December 2nd, and we'll add the link in the description of this video. We also have early bird pricing until November 10th, so definitely check that out if you're interested in learning about working with alchemy. And again, these techniques are nothing that you're gonna find online, because I did not learn this online. I learned this with the best masters from across the world, and I'm going to be sharing your techniques with them. So I hope to see you guys, and if not, have a beautiful and incredible and powerful 11/11 portal. I am sending you guys so much love. Remember to ground yourself and really stand in your power. Sending you so much love. Namaste.